नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Chapter 7. Entitled Cultivating. Number 7. Shuddha Shuddha Srivastava Bhavatma Kadhi Purusham Uttam Uchetaram Bhaktir In this way, I in this way, being purified by ritualistic sacrifices, the heart of Maharaj was his devotional service unto Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, increased by day after day. Lord Krishna, the son of Vasudeva is the original personality of Godhead. When he is so as well as the impersonal form. Yogis meditate upon the localized situation. They Brahman and truly worship Vasudeva, Supreme Godhead, whose transcendental body is described as his body is decorated with Shrivatsa, the Mustafa flower garland, and his hand is rolled to conjure his club. Devotees like Narada always think of him in their heart.
Lord Vasudeva or Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the supreme personality of Godhead, is manifest within the hearts of yogis in his Paramatma feature, and his worship as Krishna Brahman like Jnani. The Paramatma feature is described in the Shastras as having four hands holding this conch shell, lotus flower, and fruit. As found in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is Swadehanta Devata Shivaship Purusham Vasanti Bhujam Kanta Gadadharam Dharan Smaranti. Paramatma is situated in the hearts of all living beings. He has four hands which hold four symbolic weapons. All devotees who think of the Paramatma within the heart worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the Prabhupada. They also understand the impersonal feature of the Lord and his bodily rays, the Brahman effulgence.
So there are various processes to realize absolute truth. And the process for devotees is performing devotional service. And what revelation they get for after performing devotional services, they understand that Lord Supreme, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Vasudeva. And amazingly, the devotional service is not so difficult compared to jnanis and yogis. For us, Ekadashi is and so many alternatives. Chapati is there, puri is there, sugar, and what dosa is, everything is. Only we are not eating grains. And we feel that I am doing so much of it. Krishna is just exploiting me. I am not eating only for you. But education is available to accept to people. And, but people I am missing them. So what Krishna has given you, we don't remember. So for that, whether any austerity is asked in devotional service, it is not austerity. It's very, very negligible compared to Gyanis, yogis. In Bhakti Yogi, there is no this. We have scientific or you can also have. But Bhakti Yoga, if you want to join, you forget allowed to eat durable person. They will not even there is no concept of eating and cook necessary thing. They will be on just breath, which we are normally and that also very controlled breathing. They cannot breathe. They cannot breathe like us. We laugh, we dance, we breathe extreme. But they control their breaths and that they increase their lifespan. We lost our breaths, increase our lifespan. But these people, they control their breath and they sometimes they breathe within. They don't send the breath outside only. Whatever is air once has gone inside, it only is you know going up and down, and that will be prolonged. So that is Hatha Yoga. And Jnana Yoga, we have difficulty to memorize some shlokas. We have difficulty to memorize some verses of Bhagavatam or complete some courses. But Jnana Yogi, he has to study all the scriptures, including Vedas. Still, he is not able to understand absolute. So what he is studying, God knows. And he is so much delighted with impersonal description of Vedas. Those enchant his heart, and he gets carried away, leaving Krishna, whose beauty is so great. So those studies make him try hard, and they also renounce it. Every yoga begins with Brahmacharya. Nobody will do with marriage. With wife, they cannot perform yoga or jnana. They have to be celibate, and that celibacy is very, very austere. But in Bhakti Yoga, austerity. So what austerity is there in Bhakti Yoga and what austerity is not there in other yogas is in Bhakti Yoga one surrender. In Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, nobody surrenders. They have their false ego. You can put fire around them. You can submerge them in cold breathing, but false ego is not at all touched. One yogi will not cooperate with another yogi. They will respect where they will do their role. So this false ego is so prominent that they can perform any austerity but not surrender. So surrendering to Krishna is the highest austerity. But for devotees, it's a natural. It's first step. You know, Aspishava, Padratma, Adashma, that the beginning of devotional service. That we surrender ourselves to Krishna. And once a devotee has surrendered to Krishna, then he doesn't stop there. What he does, what the surrender person does, Uh, so surrender person doesn't say I surrender, and he doesn't do anything. Okay. Surrender has to be executed by our action. Mhm. We say Krishna is my master, but we don't serve him. Then what kind of master he is, or what kind of servant we are? You know, if we say Krishna is my master, then our activity should be dedicated to satisfying him. You know, not that we say I am Krishna's devotee and we don't devote time to him at all. So this saying I am Krishna's devotee is a misnomer. You know, so that can becoming devotee is not solid. You know, outside people say, what they say? uh, आपके भक्त में कौन? So that's all. That is just for saying. You know, so we should not be like that dude. Krishna, I'm your dude. And Krishna will tell us what my dude is doing. He is doing everything else other than you. So such a devotee has no meaning. So devotee has, you know, and that person will not get any release. So the one who performs, he only can continue. And, and nobody else has to give him certificate that you are doing devotional. So those who do devotional service, they get attachment to devotional service, and they do devotional service without any interruption. Nobody has to pull them, push them, convince them, and take the head in front of him and beg him that do devotional. So that is not the real devotee. Incessantly does devotional service, not circumstantial or force because we have to, or just for social prestige or peer pressure or public pressure. It is not the cause of devotion. Devotional service, springs in from the heart of devotee out of immense love. So at this moment we are conditioned. So we are doing conditional devotion. We have been asked to perform devotions, whether we test it or doesn't test. And we have to do the devotional service, having faith in the spiritual master and the representatives of that spiritual. So devotional service is so amazing, so enchanting compared to these Gyanis and Hatha yogis who have just realized, Paramatma and Brahman, which are insignificant to the relation of Bhagwan. Because Paramatma relation, there is no reciprocity. You see his view of now, you are happy, he is happy. But there is no exchange between the reciprocate and the devotee and the Lord. So that kind of relation is not amazing. But in Bhagwan relation, there is a exchange between the Lord and his devotee. Begins with Rasiras and goes on further. An epitome of that reciprocation is Madhuri. And Lord Chaitanya has come to give us that ujjwala anarpitam chanchirat karunayat samarpitam unmatlam. So Lord Chaitanya has come to give us that highest, exchange between Lord and his devotees. So we should take this service with seriousness, If we compare all serious things with Hatha Yoga and Jnana Yoga, it is very, very insignificant. Hatha Yogi, you know, he performs that pranayama with so much attention than what we do our chanting. So pranayama that Hatha Yogi doesn't do by roaming around or walking around or talking around. You see, he is absolutely serious. He is fasted for many, many years. His jata is there, everything is there. He just, his bones are visible, and that person is doing pranayama. And compared to him, our chanting is totally, he will laugh at us. Like, what kind of japa we do, sir? He may say like, so in all yogas, the bhakti yoga is very simple and it's sublime. If we cannot do that also, then we are good for nothing. So devotional service is given to us by the mercy of his devotees, Krishna devotees. Bhakti is given by. So we should take that devotional service very seriously. We should not take this as a pleasure. So whatever has been asked to us, we should do with heart. Like they ask us to plug flowers for Krishna. We should do with a lot of devotion. Not that we are only plugging flowers. If you go to the market, so many flowers have come. And some people have plugged. So many people are plugging flowers. But that will not be counted as devotion. Many times the flowers go for marriage. Or it goes in some company where people are eating it and the other things that way. So those services are not giving any benefit to the people. We get the chance to, make chandan for the Lord, or we get a chance to do offering to Krishna, we get a chance to dance for the Lord. So these all activities, we should take it very attentive. And if we are not getting taste in this, so who is at fault? We are not activities at fault. If love for Krishna is not arising, even after making so many endeavors, then we have to analyze our heart. What kind of devotion service I am doing? Whether I become mechanical, or whether I am offering other devotees, that's why I am not doing this. So we have to check within. So devotional service has to purify one's heart. Devotional service has to reduce one's all anarthas. And devotional service should bring us a love for the God. So that is the process of devotion. It begins with Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Priya, Anarthika, Nishtha. Like this goes on and on. And at the end, we get Prema Khan. So if you don't have Shraddha, if you are faithless, then there is another way it is. You will do. There is no Shraddha, then we will do Sadhu Sangha. Then what happens? Bhajan Priya becomes slow. Or it is not slow. Bhajan Priya is different. Then we are so materialistic people. We take some materialistic activities seriously. Then what happens? Anartha nivritti will not happen. Anartha vritti will happen. Our anarthas will exponentially increase. Then Nishtha will be there in mundane things. oh God, or that I will become a super boss, or I will go on moon. These stars are very materialistic. You know how scientists are convinced, and we'll find a solution. And like that, we spend the whole life. And like student or any student for studying one little thing, they dedicate their whole existence. So that Nishta will be there, but not Nishta towards spiritual. And it culminates at the calm. Why everybody is doing that? Because if you remove marriage, marriage thing, sex slave, people don't know what's sex slave. So if you remove sex slave, nobody will be working hard. Why everybody wants to do government job? Why everybody wants IIT? So that they will get qualified. So that calm is motivating everyone to act and but for the devotee of Krishna, the prema makes him work. And that work is not ordinary work. Work is which will be pleasing to Krishna and which has been sanctioned by devotees of Krishna. That work will. So that's why devotional service may appear very, very easy. Sometimes we may not take it seriously, but it is all because of our ignorance. If we read scriptures, if we associate with devotees, we will understand how great are these activities. Ignorance has no solution. Time cannot destroy ignorance. Like 10 years ago, ignorant doesn't mean you'll be confident. So, ignorance can be destroyed only by mercy of Krishna. He opens our eyes, which we have closed due to our sanctification. We don't see anything other than sanctification. When they put light in our understanding, then we understand what is important, what is not important. That's why Jadavara Maharaj Bharat, he left his kingdom because he wanted to perform the work. And this is what he is doing in the forest. And heart is getting slowly purified. So his devotional service is so great that one realizes the form of Supreme first regarded as a Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is so beautiful. The description is given here. The Lord is holding conch, lotus flower, club, and disc in his hands. So conch and lotus flower is for devotees, and disc and club for non-devotees. So if we are not attached to conch and lotus flower, then definitely we will club this. So we should see that we are a right seat. So if we are not becoming devotees of Krishna, certainly we will become devotees of Maya. Somebody's devotee will become. Nobody lives it. So if somebody is in river, if he's not flowing upward, then he will flow down. So in material world, if somebody is not trying to become devotee, then automatically he will become not devotee. So we should know devotees are very serious. In Kalima, it may be very difficult. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, it has been very, very easy made to us compared to these yogis and jnanis. So if we cannot do this also, then we will put So Krishna has awarded the devotional service to us. Now we should take it very seriously with sincere heart. We should do this, you know, and give up our lethargy, laziness, attendance, and all these things with enthusiasm. We should practically do it. At this moment, it may appear distasteful, but we should go on. Because in disease condition, even good food we cannot. But once the medicines are going on and on, we'll become healthy and then we'll the food meal. The same way, now our the another are there that in form of sleep, in the form of laziness, in the form of vaishnav and all that. So we have to cross them, you know, by steadily practicing devotional service under guidance. Then we will definitely develop taste for devotional service. And once we develop taste, then it will not stop. It will go on. You know, Kunti Maharaj says, "O Lord, my attraction towards you should flow like a but if you go to Madhya's, you know, source, you see that how much the water is gushing flowing. If you look in between, if you put lota, it will directly get in. It will not stop. So that much force is there of Ganga. So like that, our attraction should be there. After all this, immediately we should land in, not stuck up somewhere in the billboards or this or that. So wherever we go, we should come back safely in the fields. So that attraction should be there. Otherwise, we attract it outside. But which duty you put in, you will skip. Yeah. So you get the attention. But even if you have put inside the temple oil, we cannot last long. How long we stay in temple? How long we stay in Padam Krishna? In a day, if you calculate. Huh? But how long we stay in office or with the materialistic people? So who's also taking work? So that is the thing. And we say, whose duty here? So Lord will say, what can you do here? You don't stand in front of me. Huh? You don't look at me. And you just call one word. So Lord will surprise. So it's easy to say, I am Krishna devotee, but Krishna should say, he is my devotee. Sometimes people take photo of Prime Minister and they put a big level as if everybody was thinking that I can use him. But that photo got clicked by mistake. And he is telling all the world that I know Prime Minister. But Prime Minister should know him. So like that we are trying world that I am devotee of Lord. But our activities are not matching with the activities of God. So we have to, increase our devotional service with attachment. And otherwise, we increase our devotional service because of fear, or it has been made compulsory and forced upon us. So that heartless devotional service is not going to satisfy us. And if we hate Krishna, then Krishna will not love us. And so, and our love for Krishna is visible in your chanting. How much taste we have for holding? How much taste we have for reading? How much taste we have for reading? How much taste we have Archana Vandanam Tasam this is line for devotional service. How much we are eager to perform, that should be a pyramid to understand what kind of devotee I am. You know? So devotees, they are always engaged in this kind of service. You know? So we should, whatever opportunity we have or we get, we should take advantage. We should not miss. Like if service is assigned to us, if we don't do, then somebody else will. And that devotee will get benefit. And we will lose. But sometimes we feel that is benefit. You know? But self-gratification, if we lose, that is benefit. But we feel that is loss. We not only enjoy our self-gratification, we enjoy also it. You know? Then we eat out of them, then we stomach is upset. Then we take it out. So in self-gratification, we are so much, taking up from others. So in devotional service also we should try to take other devotional service. Other times, sometimes we do our services with other devotees. We are so magnanimous that we allow everybody to do my service. I don't clean, let others clean. Oh, then probably ask, why you didn't clean? So I want to take the opportunity to other devotees. If I enter service, then what he will get? He is more fallen. For his benefit, I left the service. So that is our great. So we should not do such a devotional service. No, we should grab every opportunity given to us. No service is small or big. It's attitude of the performer, which makes that service small or big. Squirrel was putting some dust particles for Lord Ram's bridge. Hanuman saw what this small squirrel is doing. And by her endeavors, nothing going to happen. Hanuman is putting one big mountain. That mountain carries so much particles, which this squirrel in her whole lifetime, or 10 lifetimes, she cannot make. So that should give, inferiority complexity to squirrel. And she should drop that service out. But no, she was getting the taste in that small service. And she was so confident that this will please Lord Ram. And certainly it pleased Lord Ram. Ram said, what amount of big boulders you are putting in the ocean, that is equal to what this dust particles put by. So this should give us hope. But Hanuman didn't say, okay, I'll also put some small dust. The lesson was, you don't get problem. Whatever your capacity is there, give your best. So sometimes we have like Hanuman capacity, and we put dust particles. When we say, Prabhu, be happy. Our devotee say, Prabhu, you have time to do service. No, Prabhu, 10 minutes service. This was 12 service. You'll be happy. So that is not good. And we should not get obstacles. Little bit service also we do, and we should not think that I'm like Hanuman, with such a great favor on God. And vaishnavas. Without me, nothing. You move us in. Things will move. Anyway, you are an obstacle sometimes. So devotional service, one has to be very, very humble, surrendered, and that is only devotional service. But devotional service performed in pride will not please Krishna. And nothing which pleases Krishna can be devotional. It cannot be devotional. So devotional service has to be anukulyasya, no, not this. What is that? Anya Vilashanam, Jnanaparam, Anukulam Krishnan Shiranam. So that should be available to Lord. That kind of devotional service you should do without the motivations. Motivations and without any interruption. So devotional service is consistent, constant, with enthusiasm, and without any motivation. That devotional service will please Krishna. And how can we think it is pleasing Krishna? It should please you first. If you are not only pleased, then how Lord will you? This devotional service is very, very relishable and enjoyable. If we are frustrated, if we are disturbed, we are annoyed, then we will not be doing with it. We are doing something else. We are mixing some anarthas and devotional. This way we are not getting this. If there is a bowl of sweet rice is there, you want to eat it. Looks like sweet rice also. But if you add some soil in it, then whatever good sweet rice it is, there is yeast flour above, there is there, and it is, for 8 hours it has been under low flame. That is sweet rice. When you put in your mouth, and there is sand in it, you cannot finish. That's why this devotional which we have now, which is put in that we put our anarthas like sand, we cannot taste. So we have to be very careful and not contaminate our devotional with our anarthas, offenses to devotees. With sincere heart, with seriousness, we should enter devotional service with utmost attention and enjoy this path of devotion. It is too relish not to get frustrated. Krishna doesn't want us to frustrate. He wants us to see happy. If we are not happy with the Lord, then how can we do it? Somebody doesn't like you, then do you think you will like him? Somebody is not at all neglecting you always. You don't want to associate with that. The same way, Lord also reciprocates the way we reciprocate. If you are looking for Him, if you want to serve Him, then Lord will give you all of the opportunities. And in that boat, where you stay with the Lord, 24/7. Yes, 7 minutes will not only take. And 24/7 will manage with the Lord. So 2 hours standing, half an hour morning prayer, and sometimes offering, we meet Lord for 10-15 minutes. So whole in a day, our association is 3 to 4 hours maximum. So we have to utilize it. We have to carry Krishna in our consciousness. We should remember Him. Official time, at least we remember in official time. What is that official time? 2 hours standing. We are calling His names. But after 2 hours chanting, we remember whose name I chanted. That question if you ask our heart. Whose name I was chanting? 2 hours. Never that thought of that has come. Never. We just, some air came out of our mouth. That's all. Then we touched. But when we have thought, then every mantra gives so much nourishment, so much happiness that we learn for next month. So that way we should also try to learn Lord and purify our existence. I am also struggling, not that I am failing. I'm perfected, but I'm telling at least what struggle we should struggle. Struggle is right struggle. You know? So struggling for Krishna is fortune. Should endeavor to perform devotion service with all our anarthas, whatever we have. You know? And slowly, by the mercy of devotees and Krishna's compassion, our anarthas will take place and will become pure devotees. And that way, our life will be perfect. Okay? And yes,
As you were saying that while you were performing devotional service, the time we are spending with Krishna, that is the greatest fortune we have. So many times what happened, we have a lot of services. So uh, as with position we are, so we think that what we are doing is like more valuable than others. As you give the example of Skrila and Hanuman, then whatever service your intent behind that is more important than the quantity or the quality. So how to have a consciousness that whatever I'm doing, even though I'm not qualified for that, by the mercy of the devotees, I've received it. So whatever others are doing, it is their best of their abilities. So we ourselves many times post the position of Hanuman, and we think others are squirrel, and then we judge and comment and do a lot of nonsense in that. How to avoid that?
actually, in material world, everybody is, proud for what they do. Even beggar is proud of his penny. You know why that is so? Because when we forget Krishna's greatness, then obviously we'll think I am great. You know, but when we understand how great Krishna is, then we like to respect that greatness of Krishna, and we reciprocate that greatness of Krishna by seeing other devotees great than me, greater than me. So Vaishnavas try to become Dasanudas, and Buddhist people like to become Vasana. So there even labor who is officially employed, he also thinks I am proprietor or more than proprietor. Huh? So forget about anything else. But in devotion service, it's totally opposite. Even the proprietor thinks and less than my Krishna lifts the shoes of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj making us get my shoes. You have seen Krishna's photo? One path upon his head. He is not able to lift up. So can you imagine who is lifting the shoes? Who is controller, proprietor of entire creation? That Lord is lifting shoes of his father. Even our father can ask to bring shoes. Even suppose somebody asks to bring shoes, we bring with our leg. Our feet only pick up and give it somebody. But nobody will show on his idol. So that is Krishna's greatness. Although he is so great, but he is so humble. He is ready to become charitable. For his devotee. And charitable is like, nobody values such charity. In battlefield, it's so much noise is there around. You cannot tell left, right. You have to think literally on the back of the chariot. To indicate where you want to be. So that kind of role has been taken by Krishna. So in spiritual life, the greatest person was to become humble, and that is his greatness. You know? So nobody thinks I am master, you know, and that is what benefits in devotion. So devotees attitude should is all other devotees are great, and my great fortune is that I am with them. So let me serve this great devotee with whatever capacities and responsibilities we are in. We are OC or we are department head or whatever we are best servant. No, we get all the opportunity to serve well. That's why we take that responsibility. The responsibility is not to exploit others, but the responsibility is to serve others. So that way one can become very. Huh? So that is one story I will tell earlier here. The Pandavas and Kauravas, their natures, how they are. So once Bhishma wanted to test how they are. So he asked Dronacharya, I want to test who are great, Kauravas and Pandavas. So okay, Dronacharya told, look, next day we will test. So they put in two halls laddus in big plates, pile of laddus. And they sent Kauravas and Pandavas in those halls to eat these laddus. But what was the condition? Their hands were tied with sticks. So after some time, they came in Pandava's hall. The plate was empty, and he was drinking. But he ate a lot of food. And in Kaurava's place, laddus are everywhere, but not anybody's stomach or mouth. So what happened? Here and there, in Kaurava's assembly, they thought, I am great. Let me envy the laddu. So they were throwing laddus in the sky and wanted to catch it. But not a single laddu fell in their mouth. So that is what happens in the assembly of all great people. But here in Pandavas, they were ready to serve their devotee. This way Maharaj felt, I am not great. My devotees are great. So let me feed them laddus. And younger brothers thought, no, I am not great. My brothers. So let me give laddu. So that way everybody was satisfied, happy. So when the yoga is perfect, that we can see how services are distributed. If you give somebody cleaning, he doesn't know. Then you give the other devotee, he also doesn't clean. Then everything will be in mess. The one who is supposed to offer, he will not offer. Somebody is supposed to, means so many services are there. If they think I am great, I will not do service. And nobody does service. Then what will happen? Services will be all around. It will be messed. Nobody will clean this house. Nobody will bring flowers. Nobody will, it will become chaos. So this is what happens when people think, I am great. I am authority. Authority means no service. Subordinate says, go. Go to hell or whatever. They will not listen. They will tell you to come. It has to come. So both people are not humble. They are remaining. So that attitude is very, spoiling to the atmosphere of devotees. So we should not become part of problem. So we should become part of solution, and that solution is the attitude of Pandavas. Let me do my service. If everybody feels that my service is my responsibility, then things will go very smooth. And that time nobody has to remember that I have authority. Who is authority? Krishna is authority. So if any authority says I am authority, that means he lost the what kind of authority is. So authority is not by command, it's not demand, but it should command respect. It should do so nicely, so well. The people are doing issue to services. And when he does services, other people, oh, what is this? Because of me, he has to render service. So then they will render the service. But when you pull, then people will run away, escape. And that means they will not be. So we should understand that if I am humble, if I do my services, that will please Krishna. But if I am adamant, I am not do, then now I am not resident of yoga, but I am resident of somebody, something, some other place. Not related. So we should change our attitude. And with a lot of attention, we should whatever services are assigned to us. If thing is assigned, then what is assigned to us? Be devotee of Krishna. And Krishna knows what are responsibility to do this. Which devotee he likes. In Gita 12.13, Advaita, Sadhikana, Minimum, Samadha, like that, so many qualities Krishna has told about his job. So we should try to imbibe them. That is also our homework. Okay. That we will be busy equally. Okay. Yes. Those who want to go, please. Yeah, no problem. Get and here to Krishna.